You know, the marketing choices you're making for your practice right now, they aren't just for this quarter. They are literally defining exactly where you will be in just 2 short years. So let's break down what that future really looks like.
I want you to do a little thought experiment with me. Let's time jump. It's October 2026. AI-driven search isn't some new fancy thing anymore. It's just how patients find their doctors. It's completely normal. Now, in that reality, where is your practice? How does it feel? This isn't science fiction, folks. This is a future that's being built as we speak.
You see, because of this massive shift, a really clear fork in the road has appeared for private optometry practices. We're talking 2 very different futures that have emerged. And which path you're on? Well, that's being decided by the strategic choices you're making today.
So, what are these 2 paths? Well, on one side, you've got the invisible expert. This is a brilliant clinician, fantastic at their job, but their practice is struggling. Why? Because all that expertise is completely lost in the noise of AI search. Then, on the other side, we have the local authority. This practice is thriving. It's recognized as the leader, the go-to source that AI consistently recommends. The difference is night and day, and it's what we're going to break down right now.
So let's take a walk down that first path for a minute. To really understand what this feels like, let's explore the reality of a hypothetical practice we'll call Practice A. This is the unfortunate and completely avoidable story of the invisible expert.
For Practice A, this is the daily grind. The phone just isn't ringing. Looking at the schedule brings on that familiar wave of anxiety. It's just full of gaps. You're forced to rely on those stressful last-minute bookings just to fill the day. The clinical skill is top-notch, but the business is feeling some serious pressure.
So, how did they get here? What went wrong? Honestly, it's a chain reaction. Practice A just stuck with the old SEO tactics, thinking this whole AI shift was just a passing trend. Because of that, their expertise became totally invisible to search engines like Google. They just slid so far down the search results that they were, well, never seen. And the result? They're forced to compete on price, which attracts price shoppers, not the high-value patients who need their skills. And the owner? Constantly stressed about it all.
But that is not the only possible future, not by a long shot. Let's walk down the other path now and take a look at the success of Practice B, maybe located just a few suburbs away. This is the powerful story of the local authority.
For Practice B, the picture is completely different. Their schedule is full, it's predictable, and it's booked out for weeks with the exact kind of high-value specialized consultations they want to be doing. There's a sense of calm here, a sense of control. They're thriving.
So, what was their secret? It all came down to a strategic choice they made 2 years back. They saw the ground shifting under their feet and committed to one thing: becoming the most trusted source of answers in their local area. That decision led to them being seen as the definitive optometrist. They get referrals from local GPs and schools now. The owner feels that sense of calm and control, which frees up time to reinvest back into advanced training and staff development. This wasn't luck. It was a plan.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how did they actually do it? What's the real roadmap to get from being an invisible expert to a local authority? Well, it really boils down to 3 critical shifts in thinking and in strategy.
Here they are. First, they shifted their goal from simple visibility to true authority. It's not about just ranking anymore. It's about being the source that Google's AI trusts. Second, they went from creating general content to providing really specific answers, addressing the precise questions their ideal patients were asking. And third, they moved from being just website-focused to being brand-focused, which means meticulously optimizing their entire digital footprint, starting with their Google business profile.
And this is the crucial point, right here. Practice B's success wasn't about having a bigger budget or a fancier office. It was the direct result of a deliberate, strategic choice. They saw where search was heading and they decided to prepare for it. That, right there, is the single greatest competitive advantage any practice has right now.
So, this brings the focus right back to you and your practice. You might be thinking about some of the barriers or have a few questions. Let's just tackle the most common ones head on.
The first one is a big one. It's that sinking feeling, right? I feel like I'm already behind. Is it even too late to start?
And the answer is absolutely not. The reality is, most practices are still operating on the old, outdated model. They're still playing the old game. By choosing to start now, you are putting yourself at a massive advantage over competitors who haven't even realized the rules of the game have changed. Okay, so the next logical question is, where do I begin? What is the single most important first step I can take to get on the right path?
The answer is to start with your foundation. The single most impactful first step is to fully optimize your Google Business profile. It is the absolute bedrock of your local authority, and it's where you'll get the fastest wins in signaling your expertise and your trustworthiness to Google's AI.
And finally, how do you know this isn't just another passing trend? How does this strategy actually create long-term security for a practice in such a rapidly changing world?
It's because this strategy isn't based on temporary tricks or loopholes. It's built on the timeless principles of genuine expertise, authority, and trust. These are the fundamental qualities that patients have always valued, and therefore, they are the qualities that the AI designed to serve them will always value most. This is how you future-proof your practice.
So, we end right where we began. The future of your practice is being decided right now. The actions you take or fail to take are putting you on one of these two paths. So the only question you really must ask yourself today is this: which path are you on?